Okay, welcome to Space Engineers. We're on the deck of Casablanca, the bridge deck. Changed a very few things around. This all looks fairly normal. We'll show off the rest of the ship. I did do some changes. There was a comment on the last video which suggested I use half armor plate slabs instead of painting the deck in order to get the proper look for my runway markers, which is what I did. So these are half slabs. These are basically on the center line of the ship, so that's a plus. The other thing I did, which I talked about in the last episode, was a cutout in the deck here. So I got some armor plating here, and I got a walkway that goes down into an airlock, which takes us into the, I guess, I don't know what I call this, the overhead gangway from port to starboard side here, and I got my starboard docking station, all that fun stuff here. Haven't really decorated this at all yet, so nothing much more to see here. But there's a couple other changes that I ended up doing, which I'll show off as I fall down. I have located on the lower side of the bulges, I have more bulge annex space here. Haven't figured out what to do with these yet, but these are all plumbed in. They have their own air handler, which is back there. Kind of just grafted onto a cargo container. And I have this on port and starboard side, so if you just run across the ship like this, you'll run into another little lower annex. This would be the starboard side of the ship because it's a port side, because this would be red, I believe. I should probably color code some stuff so people don't get confused. All the one person that plays on this map, because it's single player, which would be myself. And I got a little itty bitty ion-based small grid cargo shuttle, which has a single medium-sized cargo box. Some stuff just kind of grafted onto it. Kind of wanted to keep it slim as much as possible within basically the silhouette of the cockpit there and the docking connector. Full featured, but other than that, it's pretty darn basic. Alright, what else we got? Well, I got this weird thing here. Luca the Guide. I think it was Luca the Guide. She had a thing talking about how to keep hydrogen engines, like this sideways unit here, from pulling all the fuel out of your tanks. Out of these tanks. So what I ended up doing was I ended up plumbing into my build and repair with an elbow connector and docking clamps, and then a small hydrogen tank. So I can, plus I got other features here. So I can say, connect that fuel. That should be full now. So now I can disconnect that fuel feed. It turns orange, so in case I ever do decide to turn on the emergency generator for 500, what is it, 5 megawatts of power? I forget how much they produce. I will not drain all the fuel out of my tanks. So what we're doing today, and I'll show you once we get up into the bridge again, is we have jumped far, far away from our base. So this is the only ship really within range of anything. So we'll go up into the actual, this is the conning tower, the island. Alright, what do we got going on here today? Let's go find out. Is there anything on contacts? I got an unknown contact, pretty close. Oh yeah, I got an ops station here. This station controls some of the features on the ship, so I can toggle certain things. It's marked on the console, and it's also on the hotbar, so there's a couple spots open for us to play with. But really, oh, yeah, I should probably, like, just show that off in first-person mode. I'll go ahead and just do that. More cinematic that way. I almost forgot. I did some exterior improvements, too, to this over-bloated ship that I have here, so... What are we at now for PCU? Almost 40,000. Just single player, I can get away with it. We have ion drives. Save on fuel, on hydrogen. So cruising around in space, I don't really need to go fast. I'll use high ion drives. Also did a bit of detailing work up here. And this is on all four corners. I got these advanced solar panels rigged up so I can not rely on nuclear power quite so much. With a bit of detailing work, which is just more extra PCU, but it's fine. It's alright. So we have 4 large warfare ion thrusters, top and bottom. And then we have 2 large ion thrusters, front and back. And then a bunch of small ion thrusters, 8 per side for sideways movement for traverse, translation maneuvers. In addition to the hydrogen thrusters, which were already there. So yeah, that's basically all 4 corners. Added a little bit of detailing work. Don't know if that was on the last video, but it's on there now. So yeah, it's coming along. Also have stock solar panels located along the flat spots of the bulges here, because the advanced solar panels have more, I want to say they're 4 across. No, they're 5. These are 5x5, so they're pretty beefy. But they do make more power because they have a larger footprint. They're just better overall. Anywho, let's get back on our grav well. So yeah, we were around Earth, way out there. And now we are basically in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing on a scope except an unknown signal, which I will go ahead and take apart because you'll see pretty quickly why I want to take that apart. I will show you. So, hide empty. All I got is materials. Now I have a pretty good amount of materials, but my cargo holds are completely empty. I have ammo, my spicy meatballs. I have some magnesium if I want to. Oh, I got a pretty fair amount of magnesium. Fair bit of material, like lots of iron. Basically my assemblers are full, but that's about it. My refineries are empty, my cargo holds are completely empty. I don't have any extra ice on board. So that's one of the reasons why I put ion thrusters on this, is because I wanted to reduce my reliance on having to use ice for everything. And you'll see 1,500 kilometers away, almost 1,600 kilometers away, is the nav point for my base. So let's go ahead and get those thrusters going and start moving. Now right now, with my holds basically empty, just my refiner, my assembler is full, I weigh about 6,000 tons, which is not very heavy for a ocean-going ship. But then again, this isn't ocean-going, this is space-going. This will land comfortably on Europa, the moon, under this kind of weight. Actually, even heavier than that. Let's get rid of that GPS marker because I really don't need it. We'll just cruise on up to this goodie box here. We'll suck that apart, pull it apart with my build and repair, and be done with it. So around Europa, there's a plethora of stations also around the moon. So I was able to pull a bunch of those apart and grab their resources and trade with them and get some money, which is great. I wish not to crash into this thing and smash a hole in my windows or my hull. This thing is very lightly armored, like if you even call it armor. It's more structural steel than anything else. And we'll start pulling that apart, and you'll see the animation because it's... Yep, the beacon turned off. There we go. Little blue suction guys are gonna Roomba that guy up. Boop. Get some free goodies. What'd we get? Alright. building repairs, having fun taking that apart. So those weren't there before. They are now. So that's basically it. So once I get some extra contacts on the map here, I can have fun building and repairing them to death. Or actually, if it's like a lightly armed enemy, I can just take it apart. Tear it apart with my guns, my defensive guns. So yeah, it's coming along. Let's check out an asteroid, see if it got any ice to mine. It would be nice to have a source of ice identified out here in the black. Turn it off. Alright, so my hydrogen's a bit low. So let's pull some hydrogen out of my hydrogen storage that I can't replenish right now. Yeah, perfect. I mean, I have some, my O2H2 generators are full, but if we just type in ice. Yeah, I think this is the only one that's running. So let's go ahead and O2. Yeah, so they're off. I only have one O2H2 generator running currently. Means I could pull ice out of the ones that are turned off or just turn them on selectively when I want to, but I mean really it's fine. It's okay. We'll go ahead and angle the ship so we get more delicious solar power. You can check the shadows and say, yep, we're pretty much as full on as we're gonna get based on the direction we're traveling. Check out that gray rock there. Let's get some cameras on that. Okay, so it's a big giant gray rock. Let me surprised. This is all the way zoomed in. This is the camera I use for when I'm doing drilling operations. It's nice to have it around. See, am I off? Yeah, I'm off a little bit here. Let's get that caret marked up with my direction of travel. Here we go. So yeah, she's coming along. I'm quite happy with the ship so far, and performance and operating independently of any sort of base. She is very large, though. I did do some other improvements down here. I did put in some greebling detailing with the industrial girder blocks and some landing gear, so she can land on a planet and actually lock in and stuff. So that's good. Not sure about 1G worlds right now under the how much weight she's carrying now, especially Earth-like, because ion thrusters do nothing. But it's alright. This thing's really not intended to... I don't really want to fly this around and land it on full grav planets anyway. It'd be more like a controlled crash under full load. I suppose if I strip down the cargo down to the bare minimum, it'd be alright, but just don't want to chance it right now. So yeah, that's what I got going on. And let's speed up getting over there. See, now we're really accelerating. Because I have the hydrogen thrusters turned on. See, now we're closing a distance. What is this rock got on it for us? Cobalt and ice. Wow, I like you. Pretty cool. So I can use hydrogen thrusters when I really want to get some... really want to get moving. Okay, so the ice is up there. Well, it's gonna be fun trying to get to it. Like, what do I gotta have the ice up there for? See, like if a big pirate ship shows up with cargo holds full of ice, I'll just take that apart. But you never know what you're gonna get in those pirate ships. Bunch of boring ore or whatever. Oh, you're hollow. Hey, there's an idea. Can I fit in there? Oh, there's the ice. Oh, that's not too bad. Let's see if I can back into that. This is probably a bad idea, but it's fine. Hide out in an asteroid and oops. Bonk. Scoot forward a little bit here, clear that. Gee, that looks a little not good. I mean, it's a nice borehole through there. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna fit. Because even if the hole fits, I don't know if the tower's gonna clear it. Well, I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Boost my ability to slow down and stop with my cool nifty hydrogen thrusters. Okay, I think I'm too big. I think this ship's too big for what I'm trying to make it do. Now, if this was Catterley, I could totally fit Catterley in here, but this is not Catterley. This is a behemoth of a carrier. Well, let's get, can I do like that? Can I do like that? Ooh. If I go like this. And then I kind of back in. I mean, worst thing that happens, I bang into everything and break stuff off, but I have spare materials, I just don't have a lot of spare parts. Oh, that's close. Yeah, it's not gonna work. I too big, I don't fit. That's too dicey. So if I can get in there, then I can use my my hand drill and just mine for ice. Well, let's see if there's other ice on this rock. I don't see any here. Well, we got a scout out in our suit. This is where having a small auxiliary ship would be nice, which I do have one. I just don't feel like taking it out right now. Like here, might as well fly out with my suit. Okay. We got ice buried in the rock. Not a lot of exposed ice. We got the ice that's up here. So a small grid miner would make short work of this. That would be cool. Lots of... You'd probably... Oh, what's down here? What's this? Well, what are you? Why are you buried? It doesn't want to show me that. You're buried somewhere. Neat how it almost looks like little river features. Kind of, it's a little hard to describe what it is I'm looking at here. It's a neat asteroid. I do like the procedurally generated asteroids. They're nice. There's nothing on these little turd rocks, are there? Not that I could see anyway. I'll see whether I like it or not. I'm going to pick up what the ship picks up. Because I got ore detector plus, because the stock in-game range of ore detectors is pathetic. Wonder if we're going to get that fixed in next iteration of the game. Yeah, so if I chose to, I could try to refill some ice here. Or I could say forget it and find a different rock. I don't need to do this rock. There's plenty of rocks. I think my world size is infinite. I could go wherever I want. I could go over to that rock to the left. Or I could take apart another unknown signal. I haven't seen strong unknown signals. I wonder if that's only a multiplayer thing, because I've not seen any of those, but yeah, that's all I got. Just my overly large, overly complicated, really horrendously built, very heavy PCU modified carrier is looking a little bit nicer now. At the cost of being prohibitively expensive for multiplayer, keen official multiplayer servers. In fact, with modded parts, it won't even work right, but it's fine. Anyhow, I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good one.